Hi, this is Maria Lloyd with the Your Black World Network, and this evening I would like to spotlight a young person, a young man out of Newark, New Jersey, who has achieved way more than I've probably ever known of anybody in his age. I just jested and said that if we went over all of his achievements, it would take 30 minutes alone. But just to kind of brief everyone, he started his career at the age of 22 as a high school math teacher. After 3 years of being a consistent student, of getting consistent student success and a state standardized test pass rate of 70%, he was offered an opportunity to become a department chairperson of mathematics. He accepted the challenge, and he started his administrative career at the age of 25. When he arrived at the math department, it was functioning at a 17% rate. By the end of his first year, it improved to 26%. Fast forward at the end of his first career as principal, so obviously he was promoted to principal. The standardized test scores at his school improved by 20% in language arts and 16% in mathematics. So it yielded the highest gain in the school district. And then the student failure rate was reduced by 70.4%, and graduation rates increased by 10% overall, which was the state school ranking moved from 314 to 291, all within a matter of one school year. So this individual cites his single mother as one of the persons that he looks up to, who inspires him. And he also cites Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. So at this point, I'm going to allow him to introduce himself. Gemar, how are you?
I'm okay.
Gemar?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well.
Good. So if you could please tell our readers who you are. They've already gotten a little bit of an idea of what you do, but if you could just expound upon that and let them know who you are and what you do.
My name is Gemar Mills. I'm an educator. I went to college to become a math teacher. So I majored in math education. Immediately after finishing college, I pursued my master's while actually teaching. I earned a master's in educational leadership. It is my passion. I think that it's something that, for me, has freed me. Coming from where I've come from, growing up in the housing projects, being a part of, a participant, or even affected by, just violence within my city. Just being able to get from where I was born and raised to actually going onto a college campus and being able to learn other cultures and just find my way was a great experience for me. And I just felt that if I could turnkey that information to the youth in my city and throughout the country, that young African-American men have a greater chance at life.
Okay. I mean, and good work indeed. If you could, tell us what is your goal? I mean, because you've achieved so much at such a young age. I think you're 30 now, right? 30, 31?
Yes. Yeah, I'm 30.
Okay. No, in your young age, most people are just kind of picking up some stamina in their 30s in their career, but you've already achieved so much. So what is your goal now? What's your next step?
My next step right now is I want to write a book. I want to inspire people. I've actually began writing that book. It's called The Turnaround, 180 Days of Change. So since I've had a lot of success in a short period of time, I would think that it would be appropriate in this day and age to share those ideals, those philosophies, my systems, my structures with people who may not have those opportunities or have those systems in place and try to improve their schools just as well as mine was improved. I've actually just been accepted to the doctoral program at Seton Hall University. So I plan to continue my education and to receive a executive doctorate degree in education. So hopefully that'll be over with in 2 years. I'm dreading it, but I received my books and I've created my thesis statement and I'm prepared for the challenge. And my
well,
ultimate goal.
congratulations. Oh, go ahead.
Thank
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think my ultimate goal is to build a legacy. And when I die, that my name will live on. The things that I've done for my culture, for my people, it'll live on. Decisions will be made based on things that I've done to empower my generation and generations to come. I really want to save inner city youth through education. Because I think that if I can build a better citizen, and then they can go out into the world and go to college and or a career, that they'll build stronger families. And if we have stronger families in our urban cities, then we're going to have better communities.
Okay, that's excellent. And to be honest with you, at the rate that you're going at such a young age, I can actually foresee you, achieving that ultimate goal of yours well before you leave this earth, Lord willing. So, again, congratulations for all of your success. And we're looking forward to hearing more about what you're doing in the near future. So, let me ask you this. We all know the statistics about African-American men. We all know that, roughly 40% are in prison. And these are men that are in your age group. As a matter of fact, we also know that 15-year-olds, 15 to 25, which, again, is not really that far away from your age group, the number one cause of death is gun violence. And so you grew up in a very urban community. Obviously you cited Dr. King and your mother as your inspirations and the individuals who pushed you and have, elevated you to this level of success that you are at now and the level of success that you're currently pursuing. So I want to ask you, what words of encouragement can you offer other African-American men within your age group and those who are actually, maybe a generation or so under you, who are having a hard time staying out of trouble? What words of encouragement can you offer them?
Is one real word that they have to really take heed to, and that's to be patient. I think patience is a virtue for all African American males and females. If they can be patient, then things will fall in place. Because oftentimes, poor decisions are triggered by one's inability to wait. So at 15 years old, they want the money now. So, they're willing to do anything that they have to in order to improve their status at that point in time. So whether it be to pick up a gun and rob someone, or whether it be to sell drugs and kill someone, because ultimately drugs do kill people. So, sometimes we don't speak about that, but we need to understand that it's a murder weapon, as is a gun. It just does it a little bit slower. But, it is a cause of death. So I would encourage them to be patient, and not just maybe involving themselves in criminal activities, but as well as just in the patience to wait to have sexual intercourse, because that's an issue as well. If we can wait, then we won't have to deal with the adult problems of a child and bills and, trying to facilitate a family at such a young age. I think that my biggest accomplishment was being able to be patient. And the way in which I was able to do it was to get involved in sports. So a lot of my friends wanted Jordans now. They wanted nice coats right away. They wanted money right away. So they thought that it would be appropriate to risk their freedom. And one of the things that I explained to young men and women was, I always give this example of, if you were a successful, drug dealer or a successful criminal, and let's say you made $1 million in a year, how much time do you anticipate going to jail if you're caught? And, we would go through 25 years, which turns into 219,000 hours. And I basically take that $1 million number and divide it by the 219,000 hours, and we get an hourly rate. And I would ask anyone that question, how much do you make an hour at minimum wage, and they'll say $7.50. When you do the $1 million divided by 219,000 hours, it's like $4.50 an hour. So my point being is that you're actually winning and you don't even know it. If you could just be patient and don't cut off your lifelines too soon, you're going to be way more successful in 5 to 10 years than you'll ever be in that $1 million year for 1 year.
Wow. Okay. So, last but not least, Gemar, I want to know if you could just please, or actually I want to ask you to please share with our readers how they can stay abreast of what you're doing, how they can stay abreast of what your school is doing, and if you have any Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anything.
I'm very active on Twitter with my students as well as the general public. I've attained a lot of followers. I have about 16,000 people following me, so that's good. And that's just at Principal Mills. Principal, that's PRINCIPAL Mills, MILLS. I'm also on Instagram in order to communicate with students and as well as post pictures to promote the school, of course. And I honor the students who are doing great things. And, they know that I have a lot of followers from past students as well as current students. So the fact that I get to put their face out there, they're very ecstatic when that happens. You can email me, Gemar Mills @yahoo.com. That's GEMAR Mills MILLS @yahoo.com. And our school website is consistently updated. If you just Google Malcolm X Shabazz High School, Newark, New Jersey, we post a lot of information up there on a regular basis. When we were on NBC for the improvements that the school made for being positively black, we posted that video there. Anytime the school is in the news, we ensure that that's done. And if you are following high school sports, you can definitely see our girls basketball team all over the place because they're actually ranked in the nation at this point. Number 1 in the tri-state area, but I believe it's number 9 in the nation.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Well, again, Gemar, I want to thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Again, I wish you much success. Please keep in touch with the Your Black World Network. We'd be happy to help you and the students at Malcolm X Shabazz High School in any way that we possibly can. And for our readers, thank you very much for your loyalty and for checking out the Your Black World Network daily. Be strong, be blessed, and good night.